because Biden offers an alternative student debt relief plan that will remove immediate threat of default. I ain't heard this, but I said, let's go ahead and listen to it because Biden out here giving false hope, child. False hope.
Try to use a federal law called the Higher Education Act, which can be used under certain circumstances to forgive student loan debt. Many loan recipients, though, were still processing today's decision by the Supreme Court.
We were all hopeful, but not optimistic.
Bryce Gregg just graduated from UC San Diego with an engineering degree and with about $17,000 in student loans. He recognizes he's in better shape than a lot of other grads who have far more loan debt, but was still crushed by the court's ruling.
I'm extremely...
This little white boy wanted no debt because if he could have gotten that $20K, he would have been done and probably would have got a refund, honestly. Child, little white boy, if you don't take your engineering degree and gone.
Really disappointed because we already pay so much to go to school and it's so hard to get a job out of college, like 6 figures to get an undergraduate degree. It's frustrating.
I think the court missed.
Oh, it's frustrating. Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, little white boy, if you don't take your privilege on, child.
Interpreted the Constitution.
President Biden also expressed frustration and within hours of the court's decision had unveiled a new plan to achieve widespread student loan forgiveness. The Higher Education Act, which dates back to 1965, was designed to ensure every American, no matter their income or background, would have access to higher education.
This new path is legally sound. It's going to take longer. But in my view, it's the best path that remains to providing for as many borrowers as possible.
This new process could take more than a year and would require a public hearing.
It's going to take more than a year. It's not funny. All I can do is laugh. It's going to take more than a year, possibly, and then check back with me. Ain't about a year from now, he'll be running for re-election. You think he's going to be thinking about this? I'm just saying. Well, he'll try. He'll try. That kind of works out well. Let me see. We're in 2023. Next year is the election, 2024. So it takes about a year, which will put us about June 2024. He'll start ramping it up right around time for election. Everybody gonna go vote for Biden because he gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna get that student loan done under the federal program, y'all. Y'all gonna vote him in. And then he gonna be like struck down again by the Supreme damn court. Shit. But how is that gonna help all y'all acting crazy right now? Not y'all, but you know what I mean? All people acting crazy like little white boy. Talking about it's disappointing. What am I supposed to do? Oh my God. Listen, if the white people are having a problem with it, I know you Negroes is having a problem, okay? I'm not laughing at y'all. I'm just saying, because this is so damn dumb. I'm sorry. These are people who went to college. They're supposed to be smarter than me. I mean, I went to college, but I don't have an advanced degree. I just have an associate's degree, okay? So these are supposed to be the smart people. He a damn engineer. He a damn engineer. What the hell? I can't do it. It's hard to come out of college and get $100,000 job. Shut the F up.
It's still not clear how far this new plan would go. Biden's original action had sought to forgive $10,000 for all federal student loan borrowers and up to $20,000 for low-income Pell Grant recipients. Critics of Biden's plan, who supported the Supreme Court's decision, say student loan forgiveness on this massive scale is up to Congress to authorize.
It is not the role of the president or agencies to take on the legislative powers that are reserved to Congress under our Constitution.
Hopefully, if I can get a job, which is...
As for those borrowers like Bryce Gregg who are waiting to see if this new plan ultimately achieves loan forgiveness...
Bryce, if you don't go to hell...
I mean, we can always hope.
And while borrowers will technically have to begin making loan repayments starting in October, there will be a 1-year on-ramp period. That means those who don't make repayments will not be reported to credit agencies or have their loans referred to collection agencies.
Hold up. What? Hold up. Say that again.
1-year on-ramp period. That means those who don't make repayments will not be reported to credit agencies or have their loans referred to collection agencies.
Is that a part of this new plan, or is that what they plan on doing? Sorry, y'all, child. I got to hear this again.
Powers that are reserved to Congress under our Constitution.
Hopefully, if I can get a job, which is...
As for those borrowers like Bryce Gregg who are waiting to see if this new plan ultimately achieves loan forgiveness...
I mean, we can always hope.
And while borrowers will technically have to begin making loan repayments starting in October, there will be a 1-year on-ramp period. That means those who don't make repayments will not be reported to credit agencies or have their loans referred to collection agencies.
Now, I did not know that. Okay, I listen, rewound 3 times to hear it all. Okay, so shout out to Biden. Okay, I'm assuming it's him, and if it's not, maybe it's Sally Mae or whoever the hell does it now, child. You don't even have to pay, y'all. Starting October the 1st, you're supposed to pay, but you don't have to pay. So what I said about your credit being ruined, it's not true. You get a whole nother year. You get a whole nother year. So that would make it approximately almost 5 effing years that you technically didn't have to pay student loans. You technically won't have to have paid with 5 years. So the payments are now going to accumulate. So I would hope that you would go ahead and pay it. All right. But you get a whole year not to be reported to your credit union. Or your credit report. My bad. So you won't get a delinquency. It won't look bad on your credit. So you getting that reprieve too. But I'm pretty sure that's not enough either. Because nothing is ever enough for entitled Americans. I swear. Oh, I didn't know that. So see, we be learning, y'all. We be learning, all right? So y'all get a whole year. We get a whole year, all right? But you better pay. My advice would be, listen, these people will go around and be like, I'm just not going to pay. I'm just not going to pay. He going to come up with something or that new bond plan, that federal plan going to work. I ain't got nothing to worry about. Here come another year and the Supreme Court swats it down again, right? Then it will be, your payment now is $17,000 for this month's payment. Oh my God. White supremacy, discrimination, racism. I can't do this. Moving on.
Care for what?
Student debt!
Care for what?
Student debt!
In its final decision of the term, the Supreme Court blocked the Biden administration's student debt relief plan, handing a defeat to one of the president's major campaign promises. The Biden administration had attempted to cancel debt for more than 40 million student borrowers. But the plan quickly came under legal challenges from 6 Republican-led states and 2 individual borrowers. The Supreme Court on June 30th handed down decisions in both challenges. The justices first unanimously threw out the challenge filed by the 2 individual borrowers, saying they had no legal standing. But moments later, the court, along ideological lines, struck down the debt relief plan in a 6-3 vote in the state's case. The administration had attempted to tie the debt relief to the pandemic. They cited the HEROES Act, a law that Congress passed after 9/11 that gave the education secretary authority to waive or modify student financial assistance programs in connection with national emergencies.
Okay. Got it. Good. Here, the HEROES Act after 9/11 to help people during a time of something crazy like that, 9/11, and this with PC-19. Got it. All right, cool. Now we learning the HEROES Act. Who knew? I didn't know. I didn't understand it before. Got it. Come on, y'all.
But Chief Justice John Roberts, joined by 5 of his conservative colleagues, ruled that the waive or modify language did not apply to canceling debts, saying that the administration had rewritten the statute from the ground up. In dissent, Justice Elena Kagan, joined by the 2 court's other liberals, said that the majority had exceeded the court's limited proper role in the nation's governance.
Listen. I think they're right. Listen, I ain't no lawyer. I don't know if Sandy B's still up in here. But listen, if the HEROES Act is specifically to be able to make changes while going through whatever the atrocities are doing during said act, that don't mean you can just pay the stuff off. That just gives you the leeway, meaning the Secretary of Education, I think they said, the opportunity to say, all right, we're going to hold off. You don't have a loan due, no interest. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. But it don't mean that you just get it wiped away. He did overstep. That's not what it said. They made the right damn decision. Wow, Joe, you messed up. You shouldn't have put it under the HEROES Act, child. Child, we be learning over here. Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here's a good one, child. Because I'm a black woman. How black women are plagued by student loan debt, y'all. I tell you, it must suck to be a black woman. Yes, I am one. Okay, shout out to YouTube. All right, but I tell you what. There's more issues being a black woman up in these United States of America. I don't get it, y'all. I don't know why y'all stay here. Why y'all not moving? Why y'all not leaving the United States? It's so bad. I'm so confused, child. There's plenty of space down in Mexico. There's plenty of space down in Venezuela, Colombia. Where else they coming from, child? Africa. I know they ain't coming from Africa. Go on over to Africa, child. They open. Go live there. Back to the motherland. Oh yeah, y'all don't know how to act because you be twerking for the ancestors and they ain't got time for that. I know Africans ain't got time for that foolishness. Okay. Shout out to Ace Skates in the building. Thank you so much, hon. Appreciate you. He says shocking concept. Going 100 plus K in student loan debt for a master's degree in culinary arts of the Zulu Nation will have you broke. Not culinary of the Zulu Nation. Oh my God. Listen, people don't be thinking stuff through. And some of these stories just prove that going to college don't mean you smart, okay? Going to college and having a damn degree does not mean that you are smart because a lot of these people sound half damn dumb, okay?
Now, last week, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down President Biden's plan to forgive student debt. The court's decision will have wide-ranging impacts on Black women, the demographic most impacted by student debt. Over the weekend.
Y'all, I swear this got to be a joke. Everything on God's green earth affects Black women the worst and the most. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't do it. All I can do is laugh because this is half damn crazy.
Vice President Kamala Harris spoke to women at the Essence Fest about their concerns over student loans.
With what we did to forgive student loan debt, $10,000, and if you're a Pell Grant recipient, $20,000. If you went to an HBCU, it is likely that you are a Pell Grant recipient.
Oh, so when you go to HBCUs, you get Pell Grants. So that sounds code like low income. Nothing wrong with it. All right. Nothing wrong with low income. So if you have low income, shouldn't you have more Pell Grants and stuff like that so that you shouldn't have a lot of accumulated debt? Oh, yeah, because y'all keep going to school and going back to school and going back and going back. You go back. And I guess it's after the Pell Grant part, because maybe you start making some money, then you take the daggone loans, then you don't want to pay them, so you keep going to school, accumulate. Now you don't want to pay it. Sounds smart to me, child. Sounds smart to me.
The design and the implementation of that relief of student loan debt would have played out such that 90% of those who would have received it on an annual basis make less than $75,000 a year.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
And we're talking about young people who have otherwise talked with me and everyone knows who are worrying about whether they will ever be able to start a family.
Oh, Kamala. Girl. Somebody gonna have to introduce Kamala to Kendra G, all right? Because they starting families, Kamala. They starting families, child. Kamala, where you been, child? Oh yeah, your husband white, child. But let me tell you something, Kamala. They starting families. Y'all remember, if you watched earlier today, the Lizzo's little sister, relatively speaking, with her 8 kids, okay, married as a customer service rep, calling her husband a bum while she over here with a GoFundMe. Child, you can't make it up. Shout out to JB40 in the building. Thank you so much for the support, hon. He says, really, Black women? But according to Kendra G show, Black women own a business. Make 100,000 and all Black men are dusty. Pay your bills because I'm not paying, child. That's exactly like what is going on? That is every single person on Kendra G. You are absolutely right. I got a business. I do this, I do that. You talk a lot of sugar, honey, damn iced tea. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you so much. And shout out to Eric Jordan in the building. I see you, hon. Appreciate you. He says, I knew that student loan debt was never gonna pass. So cry me a river. Shout out to Justin Timberlake. Exactly. I agree. But how come the most educated? And that's all in. That's the white boy. That's the Black women. That's all of them. It's the Make America Great Again hat at the man. Y'all went to college. And we smarter than y'all? Come on now, stop it.
Joining us now is consumer researcher Dr. Tanisha Watkins. Doctor, good morning. We were covering this story last week. I was doing some research and I pulled up an article that was showing the data points that the people who have borrowed the most student loans are Black women, and the people who are likely to have the highest individual balance are Black women. Now, we heard.
Sweetie, you just said the highest number of people who take the loans out are Black women. So it would only make sense that they would have the highest amount of debt, girl. Like, you just said it. Stop it.
Heard Vice President Harris say there's a lot of real fear for student loans affecting this group and their future. Things like starting a family, buying a home. Why is this demographic?
Girl, I'm tired of white guilt. Shout out to the white people. I'm tired of white guilt. Okay. Girl, you over here, and reporters, you over here talking about starting a family. Girl, you know damn well you watching the same damn news that we watching. Ain't nobody stopped from having no damn family. Stop it. Stop it. These reporters of the day, where's Dan Rather? Child, Barbara Walters, somebody go find her and bring her back, because I'm tired of it.
So impacted by it, and what are the repercussions for that now that this loan forgiveness is no longer available potentially?
Yeah. Good morning. Really great questions. And so I think that Black women are disproportionately affected by student loan debt because we
disproportionately affected, y'all. Disproportionately affected. And I was supposed to get that on a damn shirt. I know Barbara Walters is there. We got to go get her back, child, because these reporters ain't ish. And all Black, they just want to make us think that Black women as a whole is just always disproportionately affected, y'all. Disproportionately affected.
We have to take into consideration the socio-cultural factors that impact our decisions to go to college. Women see college and getting advanced degrees as an opportunity to, improve their lives, but also the lives of those around them. And so I have a hypothesis here, and I think one key factor is the ego, right? We know that Black women, our credibility tends to be questioned. And therefore, when we're looking at places to go for college, we're thinking about what are those institutions that are going to enhance my credibility so that I'm deemed employable. And sometimes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the discussions that they're having before they say they're going to go to wherever, because then they're going to be like, yeah, child, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pledge Alpha Kappa Alpha Chi. They got a great chapter over there. Holla. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. And then I can't start a family. Oh my God, because I got all this student loan debt. Well, then how did that woman standing outside of Biden's camp talking about her $245,000 in debt and she can't get her 2 children because she's not married into college because it's not right, it's not fair that she got $245 working as a principal, barely making $95,000. Somebody lying.
Sometimes those top universities means going out of state, means going to a private university. And so this is one belief that I have of why women are so disproportionately affected by the student loan debt.
Let me tell you why Black women are disproportionately affected. All right, let me make sure the mic works. Can you hear me? Okay. Because you don't know shit about finance. You're not trying to learn about it at all. And you just want what you want. Damn the repercussions. You kick the can down the road and then the can don't kick no more because you come to a dead end. And then you want to cry, white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. Because at the end of the day, you should have been looking and thinking about the oppressor when you was filling out that, what is it called, y'all? FAFSA. When you was filling out that FAFSA, you should have been thinking about the oppressor, white supremacy, discrimination, and racism, okay? But you weren't thinking about all that, right? You weren't thinking about all that. What you was thinking about is getting that ass on in there so you could party up. Shout out to DMX, all right? And then you could join a fraternity and a sorority, all in everybody. All right. Yeah. You could go on them vacations and travel. Yeah. You can study overseas and get more loans, And lest we not forget, y'all. Okay. I almost forgot. Every time you apply and you get your check and you ask for $20,000, Sally Mae and the other one surely gave you $25,000, $5,000 more than you needed. Did you give it back? No, you didn't. And that's why the debt is higher than what you anticipated it to be, because you just was like, I'll worry about it later, child. Give me a job, child. Right now, I'm enjoying myself. Party up. Hey, hey. With all your girls, all your girls in your line, in your, AKA your Delta line, friends forever. I love you, my sis. I love you, my girl. I love you, anything, friends forever. I love you to death. And then you want to try to put them in, all them in your damn wedding, 16 damn people, if you make it, okay? And now you're over here talking about, oh my God, now that the can can't go nowhere. Oh my God, look at the oppressors oppressing white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. Cannot make this up.
I mean, I can understand that. When I was looking at schools for graduate school where I needed a scholarship.
Girl, you can't understand it, white girl. Just stop it.
Because otherwise I was going to have to take out loans, and I'm still paying the loans that I have. If you're not in these circles that you aspire to get into, right, you look at where the people in those circles came from. And if it's a prestigious university, you think, okay, that's my ticket. But what I was reading that you don't realize is that women, in particular Black women, then when they get into the workforce, they don't make as much as their white male counterparts.
Let me just back to the mic. Can you hear me? Okay. My mother has told me ever since I was a child, before I even started working, when you get into the workforce, the odds are that you are going to make less than men, and you probably will make less than most white women. So make sure to get that ass in there and you negotiate your damn salary, and you make sure you take a job where they pay you appropriately. And if not, you leave it alone until you find the job that you need. And that gives you everything that you're looking for. That pays you what you're worth. Listen, it all comes back to blame your mama, okay? Because if she didn't tell you, she wasn't working with you, she wasn't teaching you, the school didn't teach you, who else's fault is it? It's been the same forever. It don't change, okay? But there's plenty of people that have sat here and said that they don't even negotiate their own damn salary. So if you ain't working for you, who the F else is supposed to work for you? Black people, Black women in particular, just think that people just supposed to give them things just because they're Black, and they keep saying disproportionately affected. You're disproportionately affected in your brain because you're out of your mind, all right?
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
You get what you earn. You deserve nothing. You get what you work for. No one owes you anything. But somehow, some way, it's always everything else except, again, the fact that you are not doing what you need to do. You knew what you was doing when you was signing on that damn dotted line. You knew what you was doing when you seen that daggone check come and it was more than what you asked for. You knew what you was doing when you was out there partying it up. You knew what you was doing when you was out there joining them sororities. You knew what you was doing when you was out there doing anything else that had to go to school. Go back to school, put the damn loan on, what is it called, y'all? Forbearance or something, whatever the hell it is when you go back to school, so you don't have to pay. You knew that stuff stopped. You knew that interest was still calculating. You knew you had to pay it back. It's called a loan. You certainly pay that daggone car loan if you can afford it, but you certainly pay that damn car loan. Black women got the most home ownership or whatever the hell it is that article said. You don't pay that, you're gonna lose that, right? That's how it works. So all this, oh my God, it's not fair. Shut the F up. We're not dumb.
They struggle with other barriers that may not be as obvious. And so it takes them much longer to pay those loans down. Now, you've talked about something that you call debt guilt. What is that? And how does it affect young
Lord have mercy. Here we go making up new terms that don't mean nothing, child. Debt guilt.
professionals?
Right. So there's this interesting dilemma that happens. So we have individuals who go to college, and part of the rationale for taking out these massive amounts of money is that this idea that when I graduate, I'm going to get a job that pays me a lot of money, and I'll be able to.
Sorry to interrupt, because I'm tired of this stupid stuff that this woman is saying. And you graduated with a master's and a PhD and an A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You sitting up here talking about, because the thought is that you're going to get a good job. Nothing is guaranteed. Even if you don't have an effing degree, nothing is guaranteed. Like, come on, stop this madness. No, we're not falling for this dumb shit. You're lying. You are a liar. You are full of shit. I'm tired of it. You're disproportionately being difficult. That's what you're doing. You do it to yourself. You do it to yourself. Ain't no empathy and sympathy. Take some accountability. You signed on that damn dotted line. Miss me with the rest of that bullshit. You signed on the dotted line. Like, what else is there? What else is there? Did someone force you to sign? Did someone force you to go back to school? Did someone force you to take the extra amount that they always give you? Did someone force you to live on campus? Did someone force you to take 10 years to get a 4-year degree? Then help me understand. Stop with the disproportionate, because that's bullshit.
Afford the payments and pay the money back. However, what we see when we look at the data, that's not exactly happening, especially for Black women, given the gender and the racial disparities that we see.
They're going to ride with that child. Oh, they're going to ride with that child. The racial disparities. Interesting to me how you know how to get spiders, makeup, and weave, but you don't know how to pay your damn student loan. You don't want to pay your damn rent. You want the max on food stamps, but you know, it's not right. It's not fair. Did I miss anything, y'all? Because that's all I hear. It's disproportionate. This is an excuse to get out of responsibility. That's what it is. All of this is excuses to get out of your own responsibilities. And this is yet again another reason why I can't have no empathy and no sympathy, because ain't nothing for effing free. And we all got to work for whatever. And don't try to put it on the ancestors, because child, I'm waiting for that to come out next. It's got to do with your ass is lazy. You think you found a way to get over. I bet you just, not her, because, you know, she just talking, but I bet you done traveled. I bet you got your passport. I bet you got Louboutins. I bet you got all these clothes that look like this, that, and the third. I bet you didn't traveled over here, over there, and everywhere. But now all of a sudden, it's time for you to be responsible. White supremacy, discrimination, and racism. Shout out to my guy, Sean and One in the building. Thank you so much for the support, hon. He said the best lessons learned as a child. No one owes you a thing, and you keep what you kill. Abso-effing-lutely. Abso-effing-lutely, but I guess they missed that part. It's always, woe is me, woe is me. Okay, all Black women ain't like that, because I'm not like that at all. Any way, shape, or form, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, period, point blank, in order to get it done. And even if I can't, I know how to call them up and say, ring, ring, ring. Guess what, Sally Mae? Not gonna be able to pay it. Can you put it in forbearance? I know the interest gonna accumulate, but I do it when I can do it. Oh, can you restructure it? Maybe we can do it longer. I'll pay you this much. Okay, pay that much. Okay, do an auto draft if you take another such and such amount off or lower it again. You're like, child, no. It's a way to be irresponsible, and I'm tired of laziness, and I'm calling it. You Black biatches are lazy as F. Maybe you should get yourself a effing husband and have all his income, and then pay your damn student loans, pay for your effing food, pay for where you live. But I know that's just crazy talk. That's just crazy talk.
Stop it. Get some help.
You either independent, you can do it all on your own, or you can't. Somebody out here lying. Independent, I can do it all by myself. You're proving that you can with every single freaking broadcast, looking like half damn crazy fools. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Maurice, for another 2. He said, take accountability and responsibility. Can't spell none of them words that end in illity. They can't spell nothing that ends in illity. They only know disproportional. What is it? Disproportionately affected. That's all they know. And racism, child.
See in this pay gap. And so given that, it creates a sort of dissonance, some guilt from these women who view and value themselves as being highly intelligent. And so I know for me personally, I struggle with this idea of like, oh, I'm so smart, but I feel so dumb that I took out all this money to go to college.
Claps. Yes, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. Stop making up new phrases and words to make yourself feel better. You're dumb, okay? You should feel guilty. Now pay it back. Now that you go over the guilt and I've confirmed that you're dumb, pay it back. That's it. That's all. Stop it with these more excuses. Oh my God. It's guilt. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's guilt. Oh my God. It's not right. It's not fair. I'm black. I'm a black woman. And nothing in life is fair to me. I can do what I want. But when it comes to responsibility, you all should take care of it because I'm me. And that's why you gentlemen, that's why this is who you have to deal with, because this is how they think for everything. You heard? That's why you got all these issues and all this crap with these biatches, because this what they're saying right here about this damn situation with the student loans is the same things when it comes to y'all. It's the same damn thing. I'm like, what? This don't even make good God sense when you say it out daggone loud. You are dumb. Don't think that you're dumb. I'm here to confirm you dumb, okay? Because anyone that sits down and signs a promissory note and thinks that you're going to get out of it, you're out of your damn mind.
And so that is the paradox that we face.
Do you think there will be a reluctance for young people, and specifically Black women, to go to college because more Black women?
White lady, that's the other side of it. Thank you, white lady, for bringing it up. Y'all still signing up to go? It's a racist institution. Now there's no affirmative action. We'll never get in. Oh my God, that means we got to be smart. Oh my God, that means we got to work harder. Oh my God, that means that we need to go ahead and get good grades. We got to do better than Becky and Wecky and Mecky. Oh my God, I got to work. I got to do something. Or else I might not get in because there's no more affirmative action. Oh my God. It's white supremacy. We're being disproportionately affected yet again. Oh, well, you know what? Don't go to college. What? I'm a black woman and I'm better than you ninjas. And I'm going to college. You pick me, mammy. I'm going to college. You just a pick me, mammy. I'm going to college. You're not going to tell me. Sugar honey iced tea. You already know. I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not gonna tell me. I'ma tell you. Oh, remember when you didn't want to be told? Remember when you're not gonna tell me? So no one told you. You did what you wanted, and now you don't like the results. So now you want to change the deal? No, that's not how it works. Carry your punk ass, pay them damn bills, or carry your ass to Sally Mae and talk to them. Shout out to Marcus Evans in the building. Appreciate you, hon. He said, keep speaking truth to power. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you. Thank you all for being here. Please make sure you hit the like button. Where we at? 107. Y'all doing the damn thing. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Anybody that's ninja listening, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Get into this chat, the best chat ever. And once we get to bingo, it's going to be even better.
Women are graduating from college and getting advanced degrees. But, when I was that age, people didn't talk about debt, right? You got into the best school and you went, and you took out $150,000 of loans, and then you paid them for the rest of your life. I feel like the younger generation that I speak to does seem more aware of debt, and they are more fearful of it. Do you think that's going to start impacting the stats of Black women in higher education?
Oh, really great question. I don't think so. I think, again, because Black women do face a lot of social stigma, we do face imposter syndrome, and we know the power of a degree behind our name.
Child, the power of a degree behind your name, the degree that you can't pay for. All right, girl, float on.
I don't think that it is going to interfere with degree attainment. But what I do think the shift that we will see happening is that we're going to see more Black women who tend to stay in state, who may not necessarily go and pursue those out of state, those private universities. And my hope is actually that, we invest and attend more of our HBCUs. And so I think that Black women in particular will continue to reach out and get those degrees and advanced degrees, but we'll see a shift in where they're going and how they're going about getting particularly those master's and PhD degrees.
And they're still going to be broke. They're still going to be looking half damn crazy. And we're still going to be over here talking about you because you should have been going to in-state schools. Okay. Period.